Okay, I'm back. I kind of want to wrap this beginner series up. Hopefully, I've given you enough information to get through, at least change liveries and stuff. Once you pick your software that you're going to learn from, you still, regardless if you go right to Blender or if you go to a 2D program, you're going to need a 2D program to do some things. It's possible to do everything in Photoshop, but I think it's easier to combine the two and do certain things in Photoshop and certain things in Blender. Once you learn a software and you learn how to do some things, you can take that simple registration number and you could turn it into something different. Let me try to show you some pictures here. Here's a logo I did for the Kit Fox, and basically how I showed you earlier, to take that blank transparent template, that's how I did this. I got a hold of Kit Fox's basic logo, which was just basically a black outline. I used one of the tools in Photoshop to create the fade top and bottom. And then I just made a sticker out of it, or decal, which was easy because it was already on a transparent background. The hardest part of this I'd say hardest part, if you're in a 2D program, it's going to be hard to line this up, because the tail fin and the rudder are two different pieces. And in order to line this up using a 2D program, you're going, and if you don't have a 3D program to go in and try to put some tick marks in or guides, you're going to have to cut these pieces in half, estimate where they go, put them on, go into Flight Simulator, check your alignment, and you saw how tedious that can be just to switch back and forth the aircraft. Go back out, move it, adjust it, go back into, and so it's just a big hassle of going in and out of Flight Simulator. Whereas if you're on a 3D program, you could convert this to a stencil and just stencil it right on your aircraft, and then go out and you have that. It's where it needs to be, and it's real easy to copy that. If you were to just put this on say a white tail paint and then save it, it would be easy to go in later on if you wanted to put it on another aircraft and just grab that white, eliminate the white, and then stencil this onto what you want. I have a little bit of a white background on this all the way around, so it looks like a sticker. That's just one of the things that you can do in the process that you have learned. It's the same process no matter where it is a registration number or whether it's a decal like this or something else. There are some aircraft that are a little more tedious than others, like the Husky, where all the livery paint stuff on the wings, some of it on the fuselage, all in a transparent, more or less a decal, or what they call a livery texture file. That's a little bit more difficult to work with, but you have the basics. Learn your 2D, learn what you can do in 2D, create some decals like this and stick them all over your aircraft. It's a learning process. I'm going to close this one out. The plate I told you I would show you in an earlier video, I'm in basically Blender, and this is the 3D model, and this is how I lined up where my registration marks were going to go. I just basically grabbed a paint tool that's in Blender, and I painted in this stripe, and there's a tool where you can set symmetry so it paints on the exact same spot on both sides of the aircraft at the same time. And so I just painted in this line, and that's how I got these on. This is the texture plate, and that's how I got these two perfectly lined up that I could take out and do in the 2D software program. If there are some aircraft like the GBR3, I'll give you an example. This is the texture plates for the fuselage on the left and the wing on the right. As you can see here, this flame basically extends, and here's the other part for it. Well, the fuselage splits, and this is where the split is. And then the back half of this is actually positioned up here. If you were painting this aircraft in 2D software, you would never know that. You wouldn't be able to line this up. It's almost impossible to line something like this up. When the fuselage, basically what's happened is the UV plates for the fuselage split right here, and they're positioned in different spots on this template. So when this gets put together in the 3D space, these pieces come together and forms a perfect flame. Same way with this is the cowling. It would be almost impossible to figure this out in a 2D program of where to put this. And I'm just trying to show you the differences. This is the wing section. Try to figure out what's the wing tips, what's top, what's bottom. These pieces right here go on the ailerons, and as you can see, they don't line up for nothing. Try to line that up in a 2D program. You would be going in and out and in and out and in and out of Flight Simulator constantly to line those up. And some of these aircraft are really advancing, but so is the ability for the developer to split up the UVs and place them all over the plate. Sometimes a piece gets distorted when it gets put into place, and so no matter how good you are, you're going to have to play with that for days to get to line up right. There's one aircraft, the X-Cub, that the horizontal stabilizer on the back of the aircraft is stretched out, and if you were trying to do a sunburst pattern, which is straight lines on the top of that surface, top or bottom, it's so distorted that you have to actually paint a curve to get it to look straight in the software. So these are just some plugs that I'm putting in for learning how to do things in 3D space. Let's see, I showed you that one already. And the last one. This is Dijing's RV7, and it is in Blender, and I've got the 3D model opened up on the right hand side here, and here's the texture plate. Now see these these gray lines right here? That's actually a UV. What I explained earlier, you get all these kind of ugly lines. That's a UV indicator showing that I am selected on the aileron, or I'm sorry, the flap right here. I'm not selected on the front half of the wing, but I'm selected on the back. If you're painting in 2D and you want to line up these two stripes, you have to go in and out and in and out and in and out of Flight Simulator, just adjusting this thing back and forth across the elevator or in the aileron just to get it to line up. Whereas in Blender, if the template is properly set up, all your textures are placed on that model. So I'm selected in this picture, I'm actually selected on the flap and not the wing, but yet my textures are still showing up on the wing, so it's easier for me, to just grab a paintbrush and start up here on this wing and then pull my straps down and match. So that's one of the benefits of working in Blender, and it's a free program. And like I said, there's 80% of this stuff you'll never ever use. 20% you concentrate, you'll use every day. So like I said, find somebody you can listen to and learn the basics of how to set up these windows the way you want them, how to manipulate these windows, how to grab this model and move it around in 3D space so that you can do your painting. I have 3 videos that's on a Discord site in the Livery workshop that explains how to use a couple of templates that I have out there that was created for Blender, and how to paint with them, how to set them up so you can get multiple airplanes in there. And there's a lot of information in there and just how to use Blender, especially in, I think it's video number 3, the last one. I actually do some painting, a little bit of painting on a fuselage that's actually split into 2 pieces, and I show you how easy it is to go back and forth across those 2 pieces. Anyway, I hope that helps you out. Let's see, hopefully I can do this in the video. Okay, I am on Got Gravel's Discord. And those videos I was talking about right now anyways are up here on the Discord. Let's see. Way up here on the Discord. Yeah, I think they're up in here. Anyway, there's all kinds of information that's provided and talked about in these livery workshops to help you create your creations and get them out there, or even just a personal one, even if you don't want to upload things to Flight Sim 2, if you just want to keep them for yourself, that's fine, but it gives you some freedom and an opportunity. So this has got Gravel's Discord. There's lots of stuff that goes on here. He's even got livery information templates and stuff on here that you can download for his Got Gravel aircraft that make things a whole lot easier for you to figure out how to set up a livery for one of his aircraft. That's just one. Let's see. This is Bush League Legends. Same thing. They have a livery workshop and a couple other workshops on here that help people out. Here's the, let's see, where is it at? It's been a while. Okay, here's the livery workshop. There's lots of information here. Sometimes there's things that's pinned up here. Little bits of information and stuff that people can use. Some UV templates. Information. This is great on it, right here. He explains on how to use the different formats for saving for DDS. Let's see. There's also a connection here for a tutorial on how he does the bush wheels and stuff. So get on. If you're not on Discord, get on Discord. Get to some of these sites. Get someone to send you an invite, or I'm not sure how to get on if you're not invited, but there's something to get into. So hopefully that'll help you. Here's another one that's great. This FS2, FS2 MSFS, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on here. Developers are here. There's help here for textures. There's help for the SDK. There's general help. There's always somebody in here that will help you out and answer your questions. So I strongly recommend that you get on Discord if you're not already there. Anyway, I hope all of this helps you. I'll continue this series. The next up, we'll get in a little more advanced. I'll show you how to take a template and create a livery for yourself from scratch. We'll do that probably next week sometime. But anyways, thanks for listening. I do appreciate it. Bye.